said you had something to ask me, man. What's wrong with you?
No.
I'm gonna tell you, Dad. I'm gonna tell your pa's perk on you, man. Like you can't be him as an analyst. You're not him. Like you keep trying to follow in his footsteps. You can't hoop like him. You can't be an analyst like him.
I'm better than him all around.
You might be better than him in basketball, but you ain't no better analyst than him.
I am, but on the serious note, man, we seen it probably like a couple months ago, man. Cat Williams came out and said, "You gotta tell Diddy no." And
what this got to do with anything?
Listen though, man. And it's a picture of Devin Haney floating around, not telling Diddy no.
That's
I want to ask.
That's a lie.
As your favorite boxer.
That's a lie.
How you feel about him in the pool and Diddy biting his lip?
Man,
we gonna show the picture too.
We definitely gonna show the picture, but you need to stop. Like him in that picture, they just was kicking it, man. It was women in the background. Number one, you really pay attention to the pictures. Women in the background. Ain't like it's just them two by themselves as people. It was a pool party, man.
Yeah, no,
that's all it was.
That,
you just trying to reach.
No, I'm just
trying to reach.
Cat Williams said you gotta tell Diddy
trying
no,
to reach, man.
And he didn't tell him no. But like I said, on the serious
how you know he didn't tell him no? Was you there?
Why is he biting his lip?
How did you know he didn't tell him no?
If I take
how did you know he didn't tell him no?
You gonna let me answer the question?
Go ahead.
If I took a picture right now in the pool and I'm biting my lip, how would you feel about that?
I don't it don't got nothing to do with me.
You know you gonna be like, hey, that's kind of weird. You biting your lip.
That ain't got nothing to do with me, man.
You know
but how did you know Devin didn't say no? Let's get to the bottom of it before we get going. How did you know Devin didn't say no to Diddy? Because you gotta tell him no.
He did.
How you know that? How do you know that?
All right, well, we're going to wait a couple months when
Devin
come out.
You just like Wag 100. You make speculations. Only why you making the speculations because you was there.
No, I wasn't there.
So how do you know then? Shout out to Diddy, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him, man.
I remember you want to be a bad boy. That's why you said that. But
shout out to Diddy, man.
How you feel about Ryan, though, man? All this stuff going on with Ryan. And you think it's head right? Do you think he need to take this fight?
I think he was trolling. When I thought about it, right, I was like, man, is Ryan really having a mental breakdown in front of us, or is he really trolling? Because I remember right before he started doing all this, he said that, he's like, yeah, I'm going to get off the internet, I'm not going to troll. He's like, wait, I ain't going to say that. I'm going to just say I ain't going to be on there that much. That's what he said. I'm going to have to find that clip. So I started thinking, like, he might be just, excuse me, he might be just trolling. You know what I'm saying? I don't think nothing wrong with him. I think he been working and training hard, just like Devin. I just think he trolling, man. He might be a drinker and a smoker, and he's, you know, according to his contract with his trainer, he can have some wine. You know, no more than, I think he said 2 glasses one day, a week or something. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But I don't understand how you can drink wine in training camp and you got to come down and wait. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand that. But anyway. Yeah, I think he just trolled. I thought about it. But if he is having a mental health crisis, if they know, if I'm going to look at the camera, if his team know that he having a mental health crisis and they letting him fight Devin Haney, shame on y'all. If he really having a crisis, shame on y'all. But if he trolling, cool. But if he really having a crisis, shame on y'all. He should not be fighting Devin Haney.
Predictions for that fight? I mean, I know we
Devin gonna win. Devin gonna win.
That's it.
That's it.
But you know, they said Devin can't punch to a one paper bag.
Man. Go ahead. Something ain't right.
Is it on?
Hold on. I got it. I guess it's in there. Yeah, go ahead. It's recording. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Sorry about that.
You know, they said Devin can't punch to a wet paper bag.
You seen him knock down Regis Prograis, right?
He was drunk.
Man, whatever. He got like, what, 15 knockouts? Devin?
All of the bar in
Mexico. He got like 50, man, come on. They was fighters. You know what I'm saying? They all fight. Speaking, this is a good segue. What you about to say about the fighters in Mexico? Say it. This is a good segue. Go ahead.
No, I ain't talking about none of the fighters
no,
in Mexico.
what they were saying about Devin, the people he fighting in Mexico, they was what?
They was all drunk at the bar. They were just...
They said they was tomato can, it was cab driver.
No, that ain't what I heard.
What you hear?
I heard that he'll go to a bar, whoever wants to fight. You know what I'm saying? He'll
fight. Put him in the ring?
Yeah. They all drunk, drinking Tito's and shit, and they go there trying to fight.
This is a perfect segue to go into this next conversation. Since you speaking on bar, people being at the bar fighting, let's talk about AJ and Ngannou, man. Well, let's talk about that real quick, man. What you think about that?
I thought Ngannou was gonna put up a better fight than that. I mean, I knew AJ was gonna win, like I said before. Go back, watch the last one. I said he gonna outbox him, you know. But I think it's time for him to.
He didn't outbox him though, so your prediction was wrong.
He knocked him out.
He didn't outbox him. He just knocked him out. Just that, you know. Anywho,
I mean, he's just like you, Cheney. Stepped up, got knocked out.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
I did my homework on you.
Listen. Anyway, so with that, like they said, tomato cans and the bar, getting people out the bar to fight a professional boxer. Well, AJ, if you look at his last 4 fights, no disrespect to none of these fighters, but they wasn't that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying they wasn't that. He picked some tune-up fights, some fighters that had a semi name to go through them to make it look like he back. And he back to that same AJ. Back to the old AJ rather. Then he fought Ngannou, who only had 2 boxing matches, period. In his whole life. What?
You see that?
What?
You hating.
What are you talking about?
That's all you is. You just hating on him, man.
No, it's a fact. Go look at their resumes and see who them guys fought the last 4 fighters he had.
No, you hating.
The last 3.
Man.
4 counting Ngannou. Ngannou only had 2 fights, right? He had 2 boxing fights, period. He ain't boxed no amateur or nothing.
But coming into
2 boxing fights.
He was a top 5.
They put him in the top 5. That's how crazy they is. Because he had a close fight with Tyson Fury.
Who he fight before then?
Tyson Fury obviously didn't take that serious.
Well,
and I ain't disrespecting Ngannou, like much respect to him for getting in that ring. But I'm just saying though, like, we gotta see, like I'm telling you, when Joshua fights somebody that's somebody, you gonna see him do the same shit he did that he always
Who
do.
did he fight before Ngannou?
He fought Wallin.
And before that,
I thought he was a good fighter because the way he fought Tyson Fury made him look like he was good. However, the way he fought AJ, he just stayed on the ropes. He didn't fight Tyson like that. When he went against Tyson Fury, he came forward. He didn't come forward against AJ. He just stayed on the fucking ropes. That's all he did. He laid down.
Because he felt his power.
He laid down. He ain't had nothing to do with no power. He laid down. He never even came off the ropes.
You hating on him, man.
He never even came off the ropes, man. He just laid on the ropes all day. He just ran all day. He didn't even come forward. He ain't none of that, man. This is what it is. Then he fought Hellenius, who Wilder knocked him out with 1 punch. He threw 1 punch and knocked him out. He was struggling with Hellenius. That was a close fight until AJ clipped him. He struggled with him. He should have knocked him out early. He better than Wilder. Then he fought Jermaine Franklin. No disrespect to Jermaine Franklin, but he a B, maybe C+ level fighter. You know what I'm saying? I give him a B level fighter.
What did he do though?
What you mean? Like he lost. Right? He lost before he fought to AJ. Who did he lose to? Dillian White, I think. If I ain't mistaken,
he's stepping up and knocking these dudes out. Man. Put some respect on his name, man.
All I'm saying is, they counting Wilder out because he chose not to fight B level fighters. He want A level fighters. He chose not to fight them. And he want to fight the big dog. Him and Joshua should have been happening way long ago. They fight should have been happening. Joshua don't want that smoke with no real dog. He only willing to lose or risking another loss is to fight for the championship again. That's it. That's why he ain't fight. His guys that he can fight right now. They put Ngannou in the top 10 with 1 fight. 1 fight period. Where they do that at? They took Andy Ruiz out the top 10. And he beat Joshua.
Everybody thought he was that.
He is. How we know he not? He ain't lost. But to Joshua, he beat everybody else. He beat Luis Ortiz, which is a good fighter that none of them fought. Fury didn't fight him, nor Joshua. Who he fight before Ruiz? He beat. He fought somebody for Ruiz.
You just hate him because he didn't fight Wilder.
Telling you what it is. He could have fought Andy Ruiz in their trilogy. They 1-1. Why don't you go ahead and fight that trilogy so we really know you better than Ruiz? Fight a dog, man. Stop playing with these little. Come on, man. Fight a real dog. Do y'all wanted Wilder to fight Zing on the undercard? Why you ain't fight Zing? Why Joshua ain't fight Zing? Why Joshua ain't fight Parker again? Since Parker beat Wilder. So if Wilder would have won, if Wilder would have beat Parker, then he would have been fighting Wilder, right?
Right.
So since Parker won, why he ain't fight Parker again? Exactly.
I'm not in the rooms with
because he want to fight bums. But anyway, we can move on from that, man.
For that. Like
we can move on from that. Y'all gotta stop, man. Y'all gotta look at the level of competition that he fought.
I want y'all getting the comments and tell me is he hating on him or not.
Call it what you want to call it. Look at the competition, these last 3 fights he had, and y'all tell me. Now we gonna switch to this Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. What you think about that fight? Supposed to be in July.
Honestly, I don't even know, man. Like, I don't know what Jake Paul is trying to prove. Like, do we get points if he beat 60-year-old Mike Tyson?
With walking with a cane. Mike got sciatica.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what did he get? Like, it's only I feel to me it's a lose-lose. You beat a 60-year-old Mike Tyson.
So you think he gonna beat Mike Tyson?
No, hell
that's
no.
what you just said.
I'm saying it's a lose-lose if he do.
If Mike Tyson catch him one of the punches, he gonna knock Jake Paul out.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I won't be surprised if Mike
all
Tyson
Jake gonna do, all I feel like Jake gonna do is run. Go ahead, y'all. Catch you off.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like Mike gonna knock him out, but like you just said, like he might try to tire Mike out.
Yeah, cause Mike older. Like that just I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. You fighting a 60-year-old man. Like
he fighting old dudes, but this time instead of fighting an old guy like he fought Spider Silver, Anderson Silva, he fighting a boxer. That one thing about boxing is the last thing go is that power. That's the last thing that go.
I mean, we seen him. We seen him still got his power.
Jake in his 20s, but as soon as Mike catch that ring ball, he don't run the whole fight, which I think he gonna do that. If he don't run unless he pay Mike to lay down for him, because he been paying fighters. If you seen that last fight, that dude ain't thrown not one punch. Not one punch, he ain't thrown. All he did was do this. Pretty much what Waleem did, just lay down. Ain't come forward. You know what I'm saying? That's what the dude, his last fight did, Jake Paul. And I said I wasn't watching no more Jake Paul fights because I was mad. Them dudes was laying down. And then they stopped the fight when he wasn't even hitting them in the corner. And they stopped it. That was a premature stoppage, man. But like I said, I don't want to see no Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson, man. Mike Tyson is too old. He almost an elderly. He need to just go ahead and ride off in the sunset, man.
That's what I'm saying. I know you got
he walking with a cane. I would hate to see Mike fucking mess around and get clipped by Jake Paul and go down. I would hate to see that, man. I really don't want to see this fight. I don't think it's necessary. I think Jake Paul should fight a fighter, man. A real boxer. And stop fighting these has-been boxers. These dudes that's tomato cans with a record. Because there's dudes that have records that be trash. That have a lot of fights, they be trash. You know what I'm saying? It's good matchmaking, man. That's how I feel about that. I don't want to see the Mike Tyson fight. So Tank Davis and Frank Martin, they fight coming up. I don't know if they set the date. Have you seen that?
Yeah, June 15th.
June 15th. So what you think about that fight? Do you think, like I hear people saying it's a tune-up for Tank? Yeah, I've been hearing it. They saying it's a tune-up for Tank.
For what?
Frank Martin, a tune-up for Tank.
You know what I'm saying? But like a
tune-up fight.
But I'm saying like who he supposed like.
I don't know who he fighting next. They call it a tune-up. That's disrespectful to Tank, to Frank Martin.
No, I think Frank a good fighter. I don't think it's a tune-up, but I think Tank gonna get it.
And I heard Tank gave him some work in sparring.
I mean, we know how he's sparring.
Yeah, I'm just saying they say he gave him some work in sparring. Let's see if they put that tape out. Full tape. Floyd, why ain't put out the full tape? Devin versus Tank, man.
Diddy got it.
Man, shut up.
Diddy got the full tape.
Shut up, man. So I think
I don't know what Tank Diddy got.
I feel like Tank gonna win. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fan of Tank, but I also feel like this is a good fight for him. Like Frank Martin ain't no slouch. He is not a tune-up by no shape of the imagination. He might be a tough. It's gonna be a tough fight for Tank. I'm gonna say it. I feel like it's gonna be a tough fight for Tank. I think it's gonna go the distance. I think this is gonna be the first fight in a long time that Tank ain't knocked nobody out. I think it's going the distance. Because Frank Chin gonna get tested. Mm-hmm. And I think this is gonna be a tough fight. I don't think it's gonna push over like everybody think it is. I think this is gonna be a tough fight for Tank. You know what I'm saying? Because Frank is a good fighter, man. He a good fighter, man. So we'll see. This is something that I'm looking forward to. The Frank Martin versus